Hello everyone and welcome back to WolfQuest, where we are here with the Amethyst pack, and the news is concerning. Unfortunately, Pearl has still not recovered from her illness and her health is continuing to drop. She's at 27% after we did have to rest once. And Tempest is conflicted. She needs to find food for the pups, and in fact, Chase, I think, is going to go and mark some territory probably. But she's not sure if she should stay here with Pearl or not. Especially with these two hexes unmarked. I think she's gonna send Nyx into the grass. Nyx, can you go in the grass, please? Thank you. I think she is gonna take that risk because we also do need to feed these guys. They're getting pretty hungry. But she's only gonna worry about marking these two hexes, I think, just to give a slight amount of buffer against Rescue Creek because they have been terrorizing us this playthrough. She's extremely concerned, though, because, of course, Tempest herself knows the destructive power of the illnesses. She lost two of her siblings and herself barely recovered, so she's well aware that she's been fortunate with the illness thus far, and I definitely think she's concerned this time. She may not be so lucky. She isn't going to spend long marking the territory. Ideally, we just find a moose calf as well. Alright. Well, let's see. We're right on the border here. Is this... Where is the... Yeah, the territory is right here. Let's actually come back. Oh, and there's canyon dispersals too. We'll go mark this territory. We'll come back to this moose, because I think she'll still be here if we don't go super far away. And we don't want to be carting around that carcass. That's going to slow us down. Uh-oh, Rescue Creek has been here. Oh boy, I hope we don't get attacked. Oh, that's 3 wolves. We are not going to be able to do this, are we? Oh boy. Yeah, we need to move it. This is not good. And they're very close to our rendezvous site. Oh no. Alright, I think we can get out of the territory by heading back towards the rendezvous site. But we're gonna have to be careful because I don't even know if with Chase's help if we could do this or not. Oh, we're not super high on stamina either. Alright, where was that moose? Maybe we will take the time to hunt, give these guys the chance to think they've won and walk off. And then try to sneak back in. We're gonna have to resort to cunning and not brute force, something tells me. Oh, they're right, it's right down here. Right on the borders. This is the problem here. Alright, oh, ouch! Well, that's unhelpful. Oh, it's already so injured, goodness sakes. No wonder it didn't run. Oh, watch out! No wonder it wasn't running. It's already hurt. We probably could have gotten a bite there. Ow! Goodness sakes. Alright, we got it. Oh, we're in their territory. Ah, get out of here! Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? We must have just crossed the line. They're following us into our territory. Oh no. No, get out! Oh, we are in trouble, y'all. Alright, we're gonna have to... Can we get them moosed? Can we get them moosed? No, probably not. Alright, there we go. Oh, did they get scared and leave? Alright, I think we can maybe go ahead. Where did that carcass go? It's right here. I think we may have actually scared them all the way off. Yeah, I think the moose intimidated them. Well, that's fortunate for us. It must have been just the right moment because they happened to cross into our more defended territory. It seems that Tempest's cunning has once again ended up being a great asset to her, but I think... that wasted more time than I wanted it to. I was really hoping that we could just get in, mark the territory, and leave, but we are already back down to almost a quarter. We're gonna have to sleep again soon, like it or not, and that's not for the best. Hello, Wilbur. There's a mule deer here. Let's just get this back to the pups, and I'm worried that that's not gonna stay overnight is the problem. We might have to run back. Maybe we'll run back with no stamina and just take that risk. I think that might be better than what we're doing right now. Well, we are back. We'll go ahead and let the pups eat, but we do have to be kind of careful because our stamina is so low here. The reason that I'm not too concerned about going back with low stamina, or not with low stamina, but with low wakefulness rather than just sleeping, is because at this point, at least when it comes to Pearl being sick, she's at like 22% health. That's going to resolve itself overnight one way or another. We're not going to be able to sleep until the next day and still spend time with her. She's either going to get better or she isn't. So I think it's more important to spend this energy bar that we have here, this wakefulness, with her, and then we'll limp ourselves out there really quickly. Hopefully it won't be too challenging. Hopefully those guys leave. Oh, everybody's howling, goodness sakes. Hopefully it won't be too much of a challenge and those wolves will leave us alone. Pigeon! Pigeon, are you kidding me? Where'd she go? She went out this way. Pigeon, get back here! Oh my goodness. She's just disappearing over the hill. Goodness sakes, y'all are not kidding about Pigeon being a wanderer. I think you're darn right about that. Okay, everybody, let's go back in the grass before something jumps out and attacks. I'm gonna keep these guys hidden as much as I can now that they're full on food, or pretty much. Pigeon still hasn't eaten. Pigeon hasn't eaten because Pigeon was wandering. Girl, you're gonna get eaten by a coyote if you keep this up. We're gonna let these guys hide, I think, for a lot of it so that they don't run the risk of being taken by something, or at least as much risk of being taken by something. So many difficult, stressful decisions, and we need to stay by Pearl as well, at least when we still have energy. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Of course we don't have stamina. I was kidding about the coyotes. I didn't actually want them. Xena, can you not? Oh my goodness. Well, I'd rather coyotes than stranger wolves, so get out. Get out before I eat you. Leave. There we go. At least it was only one, and at least it wasn't a bear because we do not have stamina. However, I don't think we're going to be able to spend time with Pearl for much longer. That energy bar is almost down, and when that paw print stops glowing, which I think it's going to in a moment, yep, we're going to head out really quickly again. I did call for Chase, so he should be almost here actually. Hopefully he'll stop at the rendezvous site and not continue to follow me, but in any case, hopefully we're not going to be gone too long anyway. We honestly, like, well, we'll see. I mostly just want to mark this one territory because we already got it down, and I have a feeling they'll go and reinforce it overnight if we don't. So I want to steal this one for sure before it gets reclaimed, because otherwise we're going to have no buffer against our rendezvous site. I think it's going to be better for us if we just head back rather than trying to chance a potential attack and fight with not just low stamina, but a stamina injury as well. I think that's going to be too risky. We've done all that we can for Pearl, so now there's not much we can do except hope that she'll end up being alright. But unfortunately she is down to 17% health. So I think whatever's gonna happen here, we will know by morning. And with that said, I think we'd best sleep before something decides to attack us while we're weakened. Oh, well, that's a relief. Alright, we're gonna sleep again, but Pearl has recovered. That's 3 pups who've made it through their illness. I think that has Tempest encouraged because of the 3 pups who fell ill. Well, she was young. She was the only survivor. So I think that's done some to lift her spirits and boost her confidence. But we're not out of the woods yet. The pups are still, it looks like Pearl is the smallest at 16. I wonder if Pearl is the runt. It could be, although it feels like runts often have very bad illnesses, so maybe not. She's not that much smaller. I think it could go either way. And I don't remember if it was more drastic when we first started this litter. But I think now that we have a full energy bar, I think I'm actually going to just let Chase stay here with the pups, because now that they're older and rowdier... Hello? Oh, he did send them back. Okay, they were just on their way. Chase, can you keep an eye on them? Because they're now that they're older and rowdier, I think they're going to start... Oh boy. I think they're going to start to be more... difficult to keep hidden. I think they're gonna want to leave the grass a lot sooner, and so I think it's gonna be easier for us, especially now that we can bring back food for Chase, if we kind of tag team this, because then we can go do the territory marking, bring back food, he can still eat, and the pups will have somebody to watch them, so the affinity won't go down quite as quickly. Well, that's timely, because I suspect we're about to have an issue. You can see this territory is now completely unclaimed, and I didn't think it was that low when we left it. So there might be wolves in there trying to take it over. Maybe it did just decay that far, but unclaimed territory doesn't stay unclaimed for very long, so we gotta make sure that we take that back. Was that Chase who was howling to us? It might have been. I don't actually know his howls super well, especially with all the new ones, which they are very cool different howls, but I have to get used to all the different sounds and get used to recognizing the new ones when the mates have them. And at some point, our wolves will start having them too, because they can pass down to the pups. So we're gonna start seeing a lot more variety. I don't usually mess with that. I think you can change howls technically, but I usually kind of like to leave the ones the game gives us. I think it's fun to, in general, kind of keep the traits that the game assigns us and sometimes add to them, but I try to not subtract from that too much. It's definitely... Oh, there's a mother elk there. It's definitely a neat bit of personality, though. I think it's kind of fun to see the things that the game throws at you unexpectedly. It makes for some interesting character elements, for sure. All right. Are we gonna get jumped? The moment of truth. I don't think we are. I think we got here before the stranger wolves could actually take it, so maybe they were just poking around the edges, or it really did just drop that far overnight. But whatever the case may be, I think we're good. I think we're gonna get it claimed successfully. Now, though, we are gonna have to start venturing into stranger wolf territory, because there's a lot of territory we need to take. Like, we ideally want to have, like, this whole chunk. Ah, these got reclaimed as well. Ideally, we want this whole chunk, and this one's right next to their rendezvous site, so we're gonna have our work cut out for us today. I'm fairly sure that we're gonna get jumped by stranger wolves at some point here. You can see there's quite a few of their scents floating around, so I heavily suspect we're about to find their owners sooner rather than later, considering that we are moving in that direction and howling to give away our location as we mark this territory. So something tells me we're not going to go unopposed for very long. Yeah, would you look at that? Look at all that howling not that far behind us. Oh boy. This may be an issue. Oh, what did I just say? You can leave, though. Yeah, that's right, you're already too late. Well, that worked out better for us than I was afraid it was going to. Thankfully, it wasn't the 3 wolves that we saw before. I'm glad that Tempest's little moose trick startled them adequately. Man, we really should still claim all 4 of these pieces, but I don't know if we're going to be able to do that today. We still need to hunt, so I think I'm going to just shoot for claiming this one that's nearest the den, and then we'll touch up the next ones on the next day. Right now, we need to make sure that we also bring back some food, so we should go looking for another moose calf. I'm just going to try to claim this territory, I think, and then we'll see if we can do that, or at least some kind, like at least an elk calf, probably. We could do more of the smaller ones, but that takes us more time to discover, so I'm not as keen on that idea. Okay, well, we found a mother elk here, so this should do well enough. I think we could find the baby. Not quite as much food as a moose calf, but to be honest, the moose calves have been giving us more food than we needed as well. So I think we're just going to run this back to the rendezvous site. This should be enough for now, especially because we did still have some moose calf left earlier, didn't we? We're a little bit hungry, actually. How is Chase? Chase is also... Okay, no, everybody really does need food. We're gonna probably have to take off and get something a little bit more significant. No, this raven's not here for anything in particular. I almost thought there was a carcass right there, and I was like, well, wouldn't that be handy? But I think this'll do for now. This'll keep the pups fed, and then Chase and Tempest... What are y'all doing down the hill? Excuse? They're just chilling. I mean, I guess Chase was watching them. Pearl is probably still low on health. She's still at 38%. Hun, you shouldn't be this far away. You're gonna get snatched by something. But we'll make sure that everybody gets the chance to eat. Oh, Chase, don't eat the whole thing, please. He ate a bunch of it. He's up to 85 now. I guess the pups are getting food too. Hopefully there's enough to feed all of them, because if not, we're gonna have to go out and hunt again. But I think... Is the hare? This is a hare. There we go. Is he did send them in the... No, we're not actually going anywhere, bud. I do like that they'll do this now, though. It's very handy as opposed to the pups just scattering in every which way the second you leave. It's a lot nicer to have them to know that the mate will actually send them back. But I think, yeah, there is still some food. This should be adequate, right? Yeah, most of the pups are already full. I think it's just Pearl and Pigeon who aren't. Looks like it. Even Pearl is pretty close to full here. So I think we're good. But I think we are going to leave the Amethyst pack here as well, because goodness sakes, Tempest has had a long day of worry, that is for sure. 2 long days of worry, for that matter. I think she's very, very grateful that Pearl also recovered, because it was starting to look concerningly like she might not. Tempest is definitely thankful that her fears ended up being proven wrong. But we'll go ahead and leave this off here for today, because it is getting to be about that time again. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.